Have you ever tried to have a calm, reasonable conversation with someone, and no matter how gently you said it, they completely shut down or blew up? You weren't even attacking them, but it felt like you hit a nerve you didn't even know was there. That's cognitive dissonance in action. Cognitive dissonance is the mental and emotional tension that happens when two things we believe can't both be true at the same time. It's like when your mind says, "I'm a good person," but your behavior or someone else's story about you doesn't match that belief. Or when someone wants to believe the world is fair, but they're suddenly faced with evidence of injustice that makes them question everything. The brain doesn't like that kind of conflict. It feels threatening, almost like danger. So instead of sitting in the discomfort, the mind scrambles to make the tension go away. That's when you'll see denial, defensiveness, anger, blame, anything to protect the story that feels safe. Because for most people, that story isn't just a thought, it's their survival strategy. It's how they make sense of the world. It's how they've regulated fear, guilt, or shame for years. When you say something that contradicts their worldview, it's not just a different opinion. It feels like you're shaking the ground they're standing on. That's why they'll fight so hard to defend it. They're not protecting the truth. They're protecting their sense of safety. You see this everywhere. Someone raised to believe their family was loving might resist any suggestion that what they experienced was actually emotional neglect. Someone who trusted a religious leader might get angry when that leader's wrongdoing is exposed because it threatens their sense of faith. Someone who's been taught that good people don't hurt others might deny their own harmful behavior instead of facing the shame of it. And then there's the version we see all over social media, people attacking others for pointing out hypocrisy or harm. They're not always being hateful on purpose. They're in psychological pain. Cognitive dissonance makes the truth feel like an emotional assault. The thing is, everyone experiences it. We all have moments when reality doesn't match the story we tell ourselves. The real question is, what do we do with that discomfort? Most people try to silence it through distraction, denial, or outrage. But healing starts when we stop running from it and start getting curious. When you feel that inner tension, the one that says, "I don't like what I just heard," or "that can't be true," pause and ask yourself, what's being threatened here? My beliefs? My identity? My comfort? Because when we let ourselves feel that tension without immediately trying to fix it, something powerful happens. We grow. We become more honest. We become more whole. Cognitive dissonance isn't a flaw, it's a signal. It's your mind saying, something here deserves a closer look. So next time you feel defensive or tempted to shut someone down, take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I protecting? That question might hurt, but it's also the doorway to real self-awareness and emotional freedom.